morning, everyone. How are we today? The birds are chirping outside. I've got my Folgers coffee. And I have a lot of new drugstore makeup to experiment with today, my friends. Sorry, gotta get it all the way over there onto my coffee cup warmer. Yeah, today was gonna be just kind of a come up here and experiment with some things day, and I thought, well, I'll turn the camera on and I'll actually get it situated properly, and I'll just do this with you guys. And I feel like lately I have been trying to be a little more mindful about like shopping my stash, using what I have, trying to rediscover things, and I do genuinely get a lot of enjoyment out of that. But when I get on Ulta's website and I see that there's a lot of new Catrice stuff, your girls got to get on that, okay? I have to do that. So there is a lot of new Catrice in this Ulta box, probably more than I can even fit into this video, honestly. But foundation-wise, my newest drugstore thing is something that I actually have been playing with a little bit. It's the new Super Stay from Maybelline 30-hour wear. And I remember doing a video talking about regular, and then somebody's like, oh, did you know they have a new version? I'm like, no, what? So I tracked this one down. I got the shade 128 Warm Nude, which I think I have two shades of regular Super Stay, or original I should say, and Warm Nude is the deeper of the two that works for me. So I thought this would be best for me right about now. I'm going to use a full pump of this and we'll just dab it on. Personally, like, I absolutely loved original Super Stay, so I wasn't like coming into this with a bunch of gripes about how they do Super Stay or any feeling like they needed to change it up at all, or like that 24 hours wasn't enough wear time or something. But we'll just dab this in. This seems to work really well for me also. If you're not familiar, Maybelline Super Stay is a full coverage, long wearing foundation, and something I feel like I've always noticed about the original version is that it doesn't feel like as dry on my skin as some long wearing foundations might. Like, it carries just a little more moisture, and I feel like this one does too. Like, I put it on and my skin's not super parched, but if you can put on a foundation with a beauty blender like this and you can still feel like you're coming away with really full coverage, then that thing is some full coverage, you know? Because oftentimes a beauty blender will thin it out just ever so slightly. But yeah, I mean, I love the look of it. I don't notice much of a difference from the original, but you tell me if you have. One of the things that I'm most excited about in this haul is this new Catrice True Skin High Coverage Concealer. It says 18 hours, hyaluronic acid, waterproof. The foundation, the True Skin foundation in this line is amazing. Really long wearing, has a little bit more of a fresh look on the skin, if you know what I mean. Maybe not quite as much coverage as this Super Stay, but it has a little bit more of a glow to it. So I got this concealer to try. I have it in Cool Cashmere, and then I also got their Mineral Loose Powder in the Transparent Matte. So these are both from the True Skin line, and I'm super excited to try them. Okay. Oh wow, this applicator is like super flexible. Not very stiff at all. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. And the birds outside are really excited to be alive today. They are loving life. It's loud out there. I think I'm going to do my little strategy that I really enjoyed when I was getting ready for the Miss Illinois stuff. I like took my concealer and I initially got it blended a bit with this little brush. And I feel like that really helped maintain a lot of coverage out of my concealer. And then I dabbed over it with my beauty blender just to work it in fully. Wow, this seems like it's blending super easily. It's a great shade for being just a little bit brighter than my skin tone. Awesome. Okay, let's go up here. Oh, that is really pretty. And it feels kind of like light yet hydrating. It's kind of an odd little combo. This is not a full review because I'm just trying this stuff out, okay? But right off the bat, I am pretty impressed by that concealer. Wow. Oh my gosh, you guys. Do you remember how I complained about a certain Catrice loose powder and how the packaging needed to be a slider and with a little sifter top instead of just like all wide open and messy? And now look what this one has. It has the slider. I have a little sticker I need to remove here. But wow, I mean, I'm not saying they listened to me, but somebody saw the light. Cool. Love when the sifter can be covered. That is so necessary. Okay, I'm going to pick some of this up with my e.l.f. small tapered brush. What is the texture of this powder, by the way? You know how those like HD white setting powders have that kind of slip to them, that silica type of feel? This doesn't really have that. It feels like just a very traditional loose powder actually, but I'm really getting that under eye set, setting around here. The foundation continues to have kind of like an in-betweener feel on the skin, like it's set, but it still has a little bit of a moisturized feel. Okay, T-zone set. I'm gonna click the cap into place. That's so satisfying. Thank you, Catrice. So let's think about all the putty things that e.l.f. makes. They have their putty primer and their putty blush, and now they have a putty bronzer. And I got this in the shade Honey Drip. Yes, Honey Drip. They had quite a few shade options actually. So I'm gonna go into this with that putty primer applicator, which I actually thought was the superior applicator for their blush as well. I'm just gonna dip into this and let's see what we get. I mean, this could be a candidate for something that could be almost like, you know, Huda Tantour. I want to really see what the tone is like on the skin here and how easily it blends. It feels like, just to touch the product, definitely like there's more moisture in it than the putty primer, let's say. Like more moist and thinner than that. But there were definitely deeper options than this one. Compared to Tantour, it's much thinner and more sheer. I don't know, I like it all right, but it's just very, very light and soft. If you're going for like barely their contour, barely their bronzer, this is so thin and light, gives you a very soft look. I mean, maybe I could get away with using this in a little deeper shade, perhaps. But I almost think the name putty is misleading for this, like, because it doesn't have that thickness that you feel in the primers, you know? I feel like it brought out a little bit more of a glow in my skin. And we're back to Catrice. They've got a Cheek Lover oil-infused blush here. It looks kind of like a baked blush, and this shade called Blooming Hibiscus. How gorgeous is this? Look at it as it catches the light, like, whoa. Oh my gosh, glowy. What does it feel like? Definitely that peachiness with kind of a golden shift. Let's try it on. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm listening. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is really pretty. I'm not sure if you can tell so much what it's doing here, but it's like it's giving me color that you can definitely see. But because of the sheen, it can look just like it is here, a little deeper in some moments when it's not catching the light, and a little brighter when it is. Very pretty. This shade, I mean, my peachy pink lovers would be all over this. I'm trying to remember what the other options were there, but yeah, the glow is subtle. It's not going to come off like, whoa, metallic. I would say the glow is very subtle, not nearly as much as a Beauty Bakery cotton candy champagne type blush, but I think that's gorgeous. I love that shade. Really, I just like holding it up to the camera and just looking at that glow move around. I'm crazy, I know. I don't have a new highlighter in this haul, but I do have Catrice Sungasm handy here, and I absolutely love this one, so I'm going to use that today. Little profusion brush here. Skin really does need some glow. Got that matte foundation on, the matte powder. Why is playing with new makeup so much fun? Really, playing with all makeup. I have a truly joyous feeling when I'm up here. Okay, thank you Ulta actually for taping this down, this cap of the Catrice. Ew, it does leave some residue there. This is the Catrice Prime and Fine Illuminating version, Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. And you can see it's got like some shimmer powder in there, so you're really supposed to shake it up. So once it looks like that's all incorporated, I guess I can use it. A little test spray. There we go. Smells awesome. Just kind of like fresh. It has one of those X Factor kind of fresh and clean smells that reminds me a little bit of MAC Fix Plus. But I do feel a little extra glowy after getting that on. Dang. Okay, Catrice. Next up, it's brows. And I have something, guys, that I really hoped would be like the Benefit Brow Micro Filling Pen. It's called the Micro Ink Pen from L'Oreal. And this is one that I have used ahead of this video. I got it from Walmart. It's in the shade Dark Brunette. And no, I don't feel like it's a dupe for that. I don't feel like the product is as is controlled coming out of this. And as you can see, the tip, they kind of try to give it a little bit of a stagger here, like you can almost see a very subtle little stair step practically. But Benefits actually looks like it has 3 little prongs coming up. And I think that's what helps paste that product out of the applicator so well. And this one, not quite as good about that. Like, I have to be way careful. I can easily get too much. I'm not saying this is the worst brow product ever, but it's just not the same. I feel like they're copycatting Benefit, but they're not doing one of the most important things that Benefit does. So this is basically a lot like those different felt tip fill-ins that just have the one tip. Now I'm getting through okay, I'm making it work, and the way I'm making it work is I'm providing hardly any pressure. Also, just putting it on, like, you don't feel like you're getting it in quite as evenly because it's just really one little tip that's making contact with the skin, you know? The Benefit, I think, was handling a little bit wider surface area at once, and I'm a little scared about this zone. If you're prepared to really finesse that product onto the skin, then maybe try this. But I think the Benefit microfilling pen is way, way worth it. And you know I'm always up for finding a dupe if there is one. We're just gonna go with that. I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. Not my fave brow product, but we'll finish it off with something I absolutely love that's not incredibly new, but it's just amazing. It's the Brow Fast Sculpt from Maybelline. Medium brown is my shade. I've talked about this a lot, but one side of this brush carries a good amount of product. The other side actually feels like a bare spoolie, which is crazy that it's within the same brush. Like, it never gets old for me. But that really helps pull product through. And if you just want hardly anything going on and just some hold, use that one side where the bristles are longer. But it does hold amazingly well. Amazingly well. Highly recommend. And you can use this and this alone too. You can get a good fill-in with this product as is. We're priming the eyes with Milani Eyeshadow Primer requirement. And then we have options for the eye palettes today. I'm thinking to spread the love a little bit more between a few more brands. We could use this new palette from Milani. I have a couple new ones from Catrice that you absolutely know I'm going to be getting to, even if I don't use them in this video. Let me just show you what I have. Milani's new thing is the Ungilded Most Loved Mattes. Let me get this film off. Hold on. We got a mirror film, my friends. Ready? Whoop. This is what the Milani one looks like. Now I just did kind of a berry reddish all matte eye in the Miss Illinois special occasion video, so maybe I will save this one off for another day, but that's available. You're gonna be seeing that soon. Then from Catrice, we have 2 different slim eyeshadow palettes. Now I love those different Bay eyeshadow palettes from Catrice, like Insta Bay, and then there's like Basic, Self-Made, all those are great. So I'm hoping these are the same quality as those. But this one says Peach Origin, and it's got this kind of neutral vibe. I've got to pull off this again. Sorry, unprepared. This is the peachy one. They've even got some kind of like, there's a marbled looking sort of shade in there, a couple of them. Okay, and then we have Lavender Breeze. Ooh, pretty. Would you mind if I use Lavender Breeze today? Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna try this one out to see if we like some of these different textures and colors. I'm gonna begin by taking this color called Peach. It's a matte. It does look like we have a nice mix of matte and shimmer in here. Just a little bit of peachiness. Now let's go a little deeper to this shade called Dreamer. Kind of like a soft mauve. Add that to the crease as well. Seeing things deepen up slightly. This looks really pretty and delicate right now. Now we want to go deeper yet. I'm going to go to this color called Deep over here. Looks like it's got some plum. I'm liking the way these mattes are blending with one another because I already put those lighter shades down. I feel like this deep one is just really playing nicely. As soon as I said the name Lavender Breeze, I started thinking, summer breeze makes me feel fine. Now I'm like switching to a different brush that's just kind of full to help me blend the edges. And we've got some really soft shades here that could blend. Let's use Honest. So far we're just really working with the mattes. And then I'm wanting to see this color called Lilac. It's a shimmer. I want to see how this does on the lids. Let's see. Ooh, that's really pretty. Building it up on like the inner part of my lid. I am getting a little bit of fallout from that. Okay, no problem, dust it away. Again, I can feel that fallout dropping. The shade itself is pretty. These shades can apply well with a brush, but I do feel a little more control if I dab it on with my finger. What to do next on the lid? I'm gonna go for a little bit of this deep, sort of brownish taupe called Earth, and I'll apply that to the rest of the lid. I feel like this palette is leaving me wanting a little more darkness because I feel like it all kind of comes back to this one shade, and there's so much light. With a couple of these shades, it's even just a little repetitive. I don't know. I feel like another deep option or two would have been nice. But I also get that maybe there's an overall kind of delicate quality to this. Like I feel like I'm getting kind of a delicate soft eye with it. Okay, and then maybe I can just go back to deep with my more pinpointed brush, which this is just a really dark plum. Just work that into my crease even more. I wasn't wild about that Earth shade. I didn't feel like that really made much impact. Maybe I'll dab a little bit more of Lilac on. Take this brush, again with deep, let it come under the eye slightly. Getting a little bit smoky down there. I don't completely dislike it, but I feel like something's lacking here. Like, I don't know. This is just my first go round with it, and I haven't tried all the shades, but I want more. I am gonna try another Catrice thing. I got this liquid liner Glam & Doll Easy Wash Off Power Hold Eyeliner. It looks like just a very skinny, like the skinniest felt tip you've ever seen. I'm gonna take this across. Very black, very fine tip, going across all that shimmer with no problem. Catrice really dumped the new stuff out there this time, like so many different products. And this stuff, you know, I'm definitely going to be reporting back on, sharing ultimately how well I liked it. Like that concealer, I would definitely want to work with that more. These different palettes. I don't love the application of this liner really because it is so fine and I feel like I have to watch it. That sounds like a weird complaint, but like the line is so teeny tiny. I would rather almost be able to just pass over with one solid stroke. It's all right, we'll see how it wears. It's supposed to be long lasting and smudge proof, yet easy to remove. Now I'm gonna go with a little light lower inner rim here. Boom, boom, boom. Then guys, I got the new Essence Lash Princess Curl and Volume Mascara in the mail, and I have been playing with this for a few days. I will say it doesn't dry quite as quick as I think it needs to really do the best curl holding, but that might get better with time and age on the mascara. You know how everything gets just a little bit drier as you have it longer. It's good. It doesn't beef them up quite as much as the Sculpted Volume one does. That's the one in the purple tube. But I'm gonna pop it on here for you and you can see like it's a good mascara. It makes them look kind of feathery, feels kind of lightweight, and in that regard it could maybe enhance curl holding, but I think it just needs to dry a little faster so it can really freeze on the lashes like Superhero does. So see, it's pretty. Kind of light, fluffy lash. Really trying to do my part here, getting them curled with the lash curler. Oh, we had the cutest little baby deer and mama deer running through our backyard yesterday. Tiny, like little speckled, cute, like right out of a Disney movie, right out of Bambi. Oh, so precious. Deer really like to pass through our yard in the evenings, our backyard. We have a lot of trees back there. So you'll notice I'm kind of going back here to my first eye that I did, getting a second coat on, and it does look nice. It's nicely defining, I guess I should say. It's not chunking the lashes together, but it also is requiring a few more passes through than, say, the Sculpted Volume one does for me to get them built up. All right, so I'm done messing with the lashes. I did do a little Thrive Liquid Lash Extensions on the lower lashes. As far as the essence, I would say if you are curl challenged with your lashes, I don't think this does anything super special for that. I think it's nicely defining, light, fluffy kind of mascara, but it needs to dry faster to really help us out there. If your lashes have no problem with holding curl, I do think it's a good mascara, but it does make me put a little more work in just getting it built up than the Sculpt volume in the purple tube. Couple of lip things here, both from Catrice. This lip cushion protecting multi-balm. So they say you could use this anywhere you have dry skin and or the lips. It says hemp seed oil and coconut oil, and I put a little bit of that on. And it's really cool because it's very moisturizing, but it sort of looks matte, you know? So if you want a balm that really doesn't show up shiny, like less shiny than Vaseline and probably any other balm like this that you would use, you might check this out. I think this is really cool. It feels so nice, but it's just not shiny. Okay, I'm gonna rub a little bit of that away because I got another balmy thing. This is the Catrice Powerful 5 Lip Care. It says hyaluron, watermelon, goji berry, cucumber, and ginger root. And this is the shade number 40 here. And it is shaped more like a lipstick instead of just like a balm. But let's see how it goes on. Feels rich, really hydrating. Oh, it just makes the lips feel plush and plumped up. Super duper smooth. I'm sure the staying power is not amazing on this, but wow, like pillowy. Not over the top shiny, but it definitely does give some shine. Talking kind of a dusty rose color, so you know I like that, but wow, nice find there. So overall in this video, I think some of my favorites were the foundation and concealer. Loving Maybelline Superstay, whether they change it up, call it 30 hour, whatever, it still seems to work a lot like just the original for me. I really like that Catrice concealer. Also that Catrice blush, absolutely gorgeous. And I like that illuminating spray too, because I thought that very easily gave the whole skin a glow. Things that I wasn't quite so up on, of course, the brow product, the eye palette, and the putty bronzer didn't really wow me either, honestly. Maybe in a deeper shade I might be a little more satisfied. And this new version of Lash Princess isn't majorly doing it for me, but maybe with a little age it'll dry a little faster and I'll like it better. But I'll continue playing with this stuff. I'll see if I come up with any other opinions, and of course try some of the things you didn't see me use in this video. I love drugstore makeup, gang. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, I was gonna tell you, I got some more of those Clinique duos as well. I feel like I'm really onto something with how good those are. And you know, I used that one called Day Into Date in a past video, and I just thought there's gotta be more in this line that needs to be uncovered. So more on that to come. Thank you for watching, everybody, and I will see you again soon. I love you. Thanks for spending time here today. Bye.